Hey there, hi there, ho there, people. This is my second video for today, and I'm not sure if I'm going to upload them all at the same time or upload them both at the same time. But since I was sitting here with this book, I really didn't want to forget what I was going to say and next time go into because I really want to do this channel without being so scripted so that I think it's just more authentic that way, like I'm having a conversation even though it's a monologue. But I would like for you guys to join in to the conversation. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you to those of you who did subscribe. Share these videos um, um, with anyone who you think that anything that we're discussing here can help. And yeah, let me go on before I forget and lose my thought. So in this book, I started out by reviewing towards the end where we were just going into dating and just thinking about dating. Why are we dating? Why are we looking for somebody to be with? What is it that we want? What's the outcome that we want, right? Let's be intentional. In this book by Case Kenny, which I'm recommending that you get, called Single is Your Superpower. So one of the things that is saying here says you should be honest, upfront, and real and expect the same thing from someone else. It says, I know this can be a challenge. It can be awkward and embarrassing. And in dating, your career or social interactions, it's not always applauded. That's what I wanted to talk about. And then it goes into saying, we're told not to act too interested in someone. We are taught to play this stupid ass game, excuse my language, where I'm not feeling this. Let me not call him today. Let me wait a few days. If I'm interested, if we go out on a date, I'm still calling it a date. If we go out on a date, um, Am I gonna say that I like to date? Nah, let's pretend like I didn't like it that much. Let's make them try to figure out what I'm thinking. I'm gonna be perceived as weak if I say, I really like you. All this stupidness. Like my dude, it is too much work, and I understand that there should be some work, right? I understand that when people feel like they don't work at something or they don't work for something, like if it comes too easy, you don't really value it or respect it as much as you would if you bust your behind to get it, right? If you really put the time and the effort in, because you don't get time back, right? You put your time into this, you put your energy into this, you're gonna appreciate it more than if it was just given to you. And especially as the stereotype goes, but I believe um, as a Christian, I believe that there are some things that are biblically sound. Like the man should be. There's certain things that I believe that the person with the dominant energy, and I'm going to say the man, should be and they should do. And I believe that the man, in human terms, should be the hunter, like the go getter to go after. And sometimes it doesn't work like that. And that's neither here or there, nor there. I'm not going to get into that right now. But let's imagine your parents when you were growing up, and your parents, when you be like, Mom, I need $20, Mom, and they giving this to you, and you just spending it like nothing. You spend it. I give my kids money nowadays, before they really had to start working in the summer, and it's like tomorrow the money is finished. I gave you $50 and you splurging on one thing, and you asking me for money again at the end of the week. But when they started working and they knew that this is the money and Mom doesn't have it, and I'm gonna have to make this last, and I know I'm gonna need this to do whatever it is that I want to do at the end of the week, they start all of a sudden understanding the value of that money. So it's the same thing. It's like if you really don't have to work in a relationship, you really don't value it. Yes, I understand that. And so I understand that, therefore, then it brings in the concept of, you don't want to seem too easy. You don't want to be too available. You don't want to be too open. You don't want to be in that case. But this is for 40s and up now. I know that it's going to relate to some other people, but and I'm not saying just go all in and meet somebody today and marry them tomorrow. Unless that's your thing, no shade. But I feel like for me personally, when I've been in relationships that's gone from 0 to 100, so to speak, it goes just as fast from 100 back down to 0 because you kind of have nothing in between. There's like no foundation. It's almost like I was saying to my one of my kids the other day. It's like, you know, It's fine and dandy when you take a piano class in public school and they're teaching you how to play songs. It's fine and dandy when you can hear by ear and you're playing those songs by ear. But what if there's some you want to play at a wedding and somebody's giving you sheet music that requires you to be able to play, and you need to cross your fingers in a certain way to play the piano? You don't know how to do it because you've never learned the basic technique. You didn't take the time to get to point A to point Z. You kind of skipped a whole bunch of steps in between. So now you're missing like this foundation that you need for that you in that term, in piano terms, you may need it, but in relationship terms you're going to need for the long haul. Because what happens when that newness wears off? What happens when the sexual excitement or the excitement of intimacy that may have been in the beginning goes away? What happens when that person puts on a few pounds? What happens when the newness is gone? You don't have a foundation. So you skip that the work in between, the work that it needs in between to make it successful. How you think that people are successfully married for 50 years without cheating? And yes, I believe that that's possible. Nobody had any infidelity. There was nothing going on in between. It's hella possible. But it's a choice that you have to make. You have to make that choice to love when you don't like. Sometimes I'm tired of you. I don't want to see you every day. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. I'm going to digress for a second. That we should be healthy enough and deal with the wounds that we have so that we're not insecure, so we don't have the insecurities that may stop us from still having your own life. Like, we shouldn't give up everything we are and who we are and what attracted our mate in the first place to kind of be codependent. You know what I mean? We don't want to do that either, because that's gonna wear thin. You want to be able to take a girls trip with your girls and he's okay. You know what I mean? You're respectful and you're gonna let him know. You're not gonna open up that door to foster his insecurity. And in the same token, he's not going to be calling you every 2 minutes, checking up on you like you're a freaking, like a criminal, and vice versa. So, yes, there has to be some work in between in order to have some type of longevity. I believe that. What do you think about that? Next, um, it says, we're told not to act too interested in someone. We're told to pretend not to care or to pretend to be disinterested because we don't want to seem easy, is what I was saying. It says, we're told that playing hard to get is the way to be. We're told to sugarcoat feedback. Um, and so we wind up going along with things that we don't want to. And we pretend not to care about certain things, our passions, and the things that make us weird. Now, I'm hella weird. Now, people have tried to convince me that I'm not weird over the years, and I've adapted this, and I'm good. I'm good. I'm good with being weird. That section and that segment right there in the book reminds me of something that one of my friends told me, and I have really taken this to heart, and I really believe this. Um, she said to me that one day I'm gonna find somebody who is okay with me being me, somebody who's okay with me being weird, as I call myself, that's okay with all my quirks. I have to sit down and for the last few years I've been trying to play that stupid game. Like, and in a way it's to try to um keep myself to protect myself, to keep myself from being hurt. So if I'm interested in someone and they come across my mind, I won't text them. Or in my mind I'm going through this whole freaking turmoil, like, should I text them? How many times did I text? Well, let me see. When's the last time they texted? Well, who texted first? Who texted last? Damn, I don't want them to think I'm thinking about them all the time. Even though it sounds like it sounds weird, it's not like I'm sitting there um, unable to function all day thinking about this person. And that's what I used to think. I would convince myself that maybe I'm freaking crazy. Like, how often do you think about somebody when you have a crush on them or when you're attracted to them? How and in asking around and reading different things, I recognize, and in actually talking to my therapist. Yes, I have a therapist now. Sometimes you need to talk some stuff out with people that don't know you and who are just like biased not, I mean, not biased to your situation, somebody who's neutral. And so anyway, in talking about it and just getting feedback from different people, I understand that there's nothing weird about someone who you like, who you're attracted to, coming to your mind throughout the day, right? So if they come to my mind throughout the day, I'm there like, okay, how many, like just trying to think about this numbers. How many times did I text? Well, how long did it take? But let me wait 15 minutes. Let me end. It's fine and dandy if that stuff is natural, because it should be. Like, you're not gonna, I'm gonna answer every text, I'm gonna text you every day. Like, you don't want to be that way either. But in the same token, it's like, damn, why should I have to sit down and worry about um someone looking at me negatively if I show that I'm interested? You know what I mean? But then some people, when you show that you're interested, it backfires, and they'll turn around and they'll do this thing like, let me keep her hang. Oh my God, let me keep her. Let me finish my thought. Let me keep her hanging on. Um, um, you know, let me. It's almost like they're also playing a game to kind of manipulate the situation and make it so that you do what they want, you give them what they want. So they're not thinking about you in essence, they're thinking about how much pleasure they can get out of the relationship that you guys have together. um I was listening to this guy, I forgot his name. If I remember it, it's like a relationship coach. I forgot his name. I think it's Kev Hicks. If you ever listen to him, he's pretty good. And he says, he has it. I listen to him on YouTube. He has like a, YouTube channel. I think he does something on Facebook and whatnot also. But one of the things that he was saying, and I'm losing my train of thought. Damn, I should have wrote this down. um, Damn. Okay. Anyway, I don't remember. But there was another one that I was listening to called Toxic Alex, and he was basically telling you, oh no, let's go back. I got it. I'll go back to Toxic Alex another time. So Kev Hicks was basically saying, that there were guys that were coming after him because of the information that he was giving females, and they felt basically that he was a traitor, like, um, because he was hipping us to the game. Um, and so he said, you think that um, it's bad that I'm telling women, you know, this is what men do, but I also coach men. And then he said, there's a whole community out there for men, like relationship advice and dating coaching and stuff, toxic or not, for men as well. And so I decided, I'm all about research, as you can see the whole teacher thing here. And one day I'll get into my name and my name on the channel, but I won't do it right now. And so I decided, let me go search this up. And chow, I found this coach. I found a bunch of them. But basically, a friend of mine, when I would sit down and say, like, we would compare notes, and she would say, dudes, no matter what race they are, no matter what ethnicity, no matter what nationality, they all seem to do the same stuff. And it's like, and we would say jokingly, do they all go to the same damn school? Is there like a school? Like, is there like a what do you call it? I'm gonna just call it a book where they learn this behavior. Why are they all doing the same behavior? They don't know each other. They may be from different, all different backgrounds, all different religions, races, whatever. Why are they all doing the same thing? Like, why is this? Why is that a thing? And lo and behold, this guy was coaching men to basically be players, to have as many women as they want, and to how to string them along, how to basically go in and give them just as much as they need to keep them hanging on until they get tired of being with Brenda. And then when you get tired of being with Brenda and you want something a little new, you're going to swing over to Tanisha. And then if Tanisha says something, but you want to make sure that Tanisha doesn't get tired of you because you spend a week or two over here with Brenda and now she's over there by herself and she's wondering, where is he? You want to just drop enough in there to kind of keep her going. So you might say, oh, I'm tired, I love you, or you might take her out, or you might, send her a good morning text or something to kind of keep her hanging on. That is so grimy to me. That is grimy and downright manipulative. And again, these are my opinions. Keep your comments clean. Be respectful. as I am trying to be respectful, sometimes I'm gonna have a different opinion, and you will have different opinion. We're people, different opinions. We're people. But hey, what do you guys think about that? I don't know. I think to manipulate people, and I to manipulate people to have them hanging on like that is grimy. And yes, I understand that. You know, dating, in my definition of dating, um, should be like almost like a job interview. Like you're interviewing people for, if it's a relationship that you're looking for, you're interviewing people to be in that position, and so you will go through different people without having a commitment. First of all, I think that that needs to be clear, and I think that a lot more women should understand that and not feel like because I'm spending 3 months with this guy that this is going to be it. And we should also look at it like an interview or like an audition, and we're auditioning somebody for that part, and just hold back some things that you would give to someone that has the part when they don't have the part before they have the part. So I'm gonna cut this here. What do you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys for spending your time with me here today. Love, peace, and hair grease.